Hey guys, I just got this box in from BigBadToyStore. It's a tiny little box. I figured I'd give it an open. I actually do collect tons of figures and action figures and statues and stuff, so I figure I might as well do a box opening for one of these things just to kind of catalog what I've had and kind of talk about what I want to do with it. You know, kind of make like a collection setup. Maybe make a series out of this. I don't know. I don't think this video is going to do too well, but yeah, thought I'd do it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and just start grabbing stuff out and kind of explain what I bought and what I'm going to do with it. Alrighty, gonna remove all this bubble wrap here. It's actually really good for me because I do resell stuff as like a side gig, so apart from my regular job. So this actually really comes in handy to start shipping some stuff. So let me just get rid of this and then I'll kind of get stuff out here. Alrighty, stuff kind of got like flipped upside down all around here, but I'm just gonna start grabbing stuff just from what I can see here. So we got some new Mega Man figures from Jada. Looks like we got Bubble Man here. I'm trying to get all like the unique Robot Masters that they're gonna make. I'm not so super keen on the power-up Mega Man variations, but I do really like the Robot Master design, especially like the classic look for them. I think they include like kind of two different heads, like a really classic head and then like a more modern one they did for like the powered-up games and stuff like that. But you know, I really do like these. These ones are a little bit more expensive than the normal ones. I think they're more of like a deluxe kind of figure because of the accessories they come with and the size of the figure, but still really cool. I think they were like $35, so that's what these are for, is for the Mega Man collection. I did have a few figures back in the day, but now that Jade is making these, it's just way more like easy to get into the line and kind of collect more. Because I had some from like Funko, some from like there's like some vinyl figures and just all over the place. So it's gonna make that more streamlined. So we got Bubble Man there, and then we also got Woodman. So again, pretty cool. He comes with like a new face and then kind of like a more classic one, and some pretty cool effects there. So yeah, I think this will be pretty cool. It's got to get a like nice little shelf for the Mega Man figures, and I think that'll be pretty cool. Next up, I didn't realize they were going to come loose like this, but we got some Godzilla figures. So they actually came in plastic bags, which I wasn't kind of expecting there, but they're like the vinyl figures that Bandai makes. I'm trying to get like every like main monster from every movie and every main look for Godzilla. So here we have Biolante, kind of can see him in there. Like I said, it's like a vinyl figure. This one's from 2017, so they're kind of old. Not really, but some of these are kind of hard to get, though. So you kind of got to... These are only $20 each, so you kind of got to snatch them up when they come out. And then we have Mega Garrus in this one here, and he is from... God, I don't know, probably about 2017, if I had to guess. I don't know, I'm assuming. But yeah, I have like a whole collection of these. Kind of like a mishmash, like some Bandai, some Playmates, some NECA, just the whole slew of guys. So I'm just gonna do like a giant monster shelf. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. But yeah, a couple more of that. I'm missing a few of like the mid-tier guys for sure. I mean, I kind of classify these guys as kind of mid-tier, but you know, got the main players. Kind of trying to get like all the random monsters from the like the 70s and stuff like that. So that's what these guys are. Next we have this Persona 3. This is a McFarlane Persona 3 of the main hero here. And I have the Figmas for Persona 4 and 5 protagonists, but the Figma for this guy is like super expensive, and I'm not like super huge into Persona, so I figured I'd get this kind of complete that set. I don't think we're going to get 1 and 2 for a long time, if at all. So just thought this was kind of cool to kind of, you know, fill in that collection. Not super like wanted, but I just figured, throw it in the cart. It's same shipping regardless, so that's what that is. That's definitely like one of the like lower like carrying things in here. Like I have certain like tiers, like it's kind of on the low tier for me. Same with this. Like I got the Lucy. Now I got David for the Cyberpunk Jada figures. I think these are really cool. Once Rebecca comes out, I think I'm kind of done buying this line. But yeah, these are pretty cool. This guy was like 35, I think. Lucy was cheaper. She was like 30. But yeah, they're really well articulated. They got cloth. Really cool. Don't have a Blu-ray for this because it's super expensive, but I watched a few episodes. I need to finish it. I don't know why I never finished it, but I really do like the figures. I think they're really cool. And we got Digimon. These are the like... I guess they're called Adventure Archives figures. They come with like the main Digimon, and then you got Matt and Gabumon there. I have all the rest of them, which is TK, Kari, Tai. I think that's it. So now I got Gabumon and Matt here, or Yamato and, well, I guess still Gabumon. They're actually pretty faithful, unlike Pokemon that just changed all the names almost. But yeah, unfortunately they didn't make the rest of the characters, so it's going to be kind of annoying try to get those guys, but because I think really you can only get like the Gem series statues are like uber expensive, like $200, $300 each. So we'll see what happens with those, but for now, got these. Again, another cool Digimon display. I got like some of the Bandai Anime Hero figures and some like old school figures and like some of the Digivices, so kind of want to make like a little Digimon collection with that, and this is part of that. So next up, we got the Lord of the Rings. This is the Deluxe Golem action figure from Diamond Select. Diamond Select did a really cool Lord of the Rings action figure line that a lot of people like to kind of crap on, which I don't understand because these figures are like 20, 25, 30 bucks. This is like a $30 one because he came with like the base, which, he's a smaller guy. So yeah, they're really well detailed. Articulation's not amazing, but like you get cool sculpts and accessories and stuff, and they were doing really, really good, like on the line in my opinion. And then Diamond Select just died. So this is it. They were gonna do like Bilbo and Galadriel and all that stuff, and it would have been super cool. I got every single Lord of the Rings for you. This is the only one I was missing. Had to go back and get them. But yeah, I guess I have a complete collection. Might go, try to get some of the old Toy Biz ones just to make them more complete. But at least we got like the Fellowship and stuff like that. So with the Sauron Build-A-Figure and everything, it's going to be a really, really cool display piece. Oh, I didn't notice it's got like weapons and stuff too. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's for like some of the characters we already have, I'm assuming. But yeah, this is just a really cool. Like I have a Gollum figure, but he's like an old Toy Biz one. He's like a talking and he's just like way out of scale. So this guy's smaller but more detailed and fits in with the rest of the collection. So this is a really cool way to like kind of cap that collection off, unless they do more in the future from a different company, because Diamond is no more. Rest in peace, I guess. My Hero Academia is probably one of my favorite like modern anime. I'm trying to get like all the figure arts, and I'm trying to get like all the figures for like the class and like all the heroes and stuff. But I had like old McFarlane Ochako that kind of sucked. I did like a kit bash with like a Band Presto head, and it was all right. But now that the figure arts is out, it's just gonna be like the end all be all version of her. So I've got like all the rest of them pre-ordered, like Dobby and Toga and Shigaraki. So I'm trying to get all of those. I think it's going to be a really cool display. So I got Ochako, and yeah, I'm just going to keep buying those. Hopefully they keep making them. I might not get like the Armored All Might, but all the rest of the guys I'll probably pick up. So that's towards this. And I really hope they do a Suyu, because she is my favorite character from that show. So I had to get the new Glitters and Glamour Suyu, first of hers. They have like 10 for like Ochako and Toga, but this is the first Glitters and Glamour Suyu. These are really cool, like budget Lang statues, and they're kind of big. They're like 10, 12 inches tall, depending on which ones you get. But yeah, these are really cool, and just needed this for the Suyu collection. I have a bunch of Suyu figures because she's my favorite character, like I said. So thought I'd get that, and again, pretty cheap, like 30 bucks, I think. So not too bad there. And here's another Jada action figure. They did the Mega Man and the Cyberpunk. Now they're doing the Street Fighter. I'm all in on the Street Fighter 2 line, trying to get every single character for Street Fighter 2. Gonna make a cool display of that. And Akuma is their latest one. Looks pretty good. I've heard some like bad things about like the bead necklace kind of being crap, but I mean, for 25 bucks, these are really, really great figures. Storm Marine is also doing Street Fighter figures, and I am getting those too for my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, which there's another figure in there that will go with that. But for Street Fighter 2, I'm just doing Jada. Now they just need to do Zangief and I think T-Hawk, and I think they've got the whole set of the Street Fighter 2 cast, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a really cool figure and be cool on the shelf, I think. And kind of going off that Marvel vs. Capcom tangent, we got this Gamer vs. Cyclops, which is obviously a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Cyclops. This figure's kind of like a mixed bag. I think it's still really good. I like it's better than any Marvel Legends and Mafex and any other Cyclops we've gotten, and it's more accurate than any of those as well towards the game. I've heard about like the waist mod kind of making it a lot better, so I might try to do that. I don't want to break it. It's a very expensive figure. This one's like $100, so I really don't want to try to mod it and break it, but even if I don't, I think it'll look fine, and certainly better than any other Cyclops I've had. Like I said, I have the X-Men 97 Marvel Legend, which I thought was pretty good, and this one just blew it out of the water. So I've heard there's some QEC issues with him with like his visor not like, but then this one looks pretty good. So hopefully it's good. And again, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 display is going to be awesome. I'm trying to do like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and then 3/Infinite on the second shelf. There's no point in doing Marvel vs. Capcom 1 because every character in that's in 2. But I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth with it. It's like, do I really care about Infinite that much? No, not really. 3 is pretty good. 2 is like the GOAT. 1 is just like classic. So I don't know. But either way, needed the Cyclops. So really cool addition to that collection. And we got another figure arts here. This one's kind of just a plain old, just super Dragon Ball Daima Goku. Just couldn't find this guy. I found Daima Vegeta, found Mini Goku, Mini Vegeta, but could not find adult Daima Goku for some reason. I've heard this Goku's actually pretty good. This is like my 200th Goku figure arts. Please stop making Gokus, even though I probably will keep buying them all. I'm kind of all in on the Dragon Ball figure arts. There's only a couple releases I don't get, mostly like variations. Like I didn't get like the monster form or Zarbon because I already have Zarbon, and it's like he's not that good of a character to like have twice on the shelf in my opinion. Try to get like one for like every saga, like Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga, Cell Saga, Majin Buu Saga, and then like Daima's its own shelf, GT's its own shelf, Super's its own shelf, the movies are its own shelf. So I don't know. I kind of want to like build this like huge Dragon Ball figure arts display, and this guy was just one random thing I just couldn't find, and $30 on BBTS. So thought I'd throw him in the pile there. And Storm Arena is doing Street Fighter, and they're also doing Baki figures, which Baki is definitely not like my favorite anime of all time. It's like probably top 50, definitely not top 10, but I still really enjoy it. I did get the Yujiro before, and now I got the Baki. He got released again. I think he had like an original release, and then he got re-released. Storm Collectibles does a Storm Arena line, which is more in scale for like the figure arts and stuff like that. They did a Storm Arena line, which we'll go into later down there. But yeah, these are actually really good. They're $35. They're basically like figure arts, which is insane for the price. Really well detailed, really well articulated. Like if you were looking for like kind of a more budget line to get into, like if you're just starting collecting, these are amazing. So yeah, I got Baki and Yujiro. They're making more, like they're doing like a Hanayama. I think they're doing a Jack Hanma as well. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do Baki and Yujiro for that and just be done with it. Cool line, but not my favorite franchise. Decent franchise, but so it's pretty cool to add to that collection. And finally, I love Mortal Kombat just as much as Street Fighter. I kind of love Mortal Kombat more for like the story than Street Fighter. It's really weird to say because the story's kind of ass. But we got Nightwolf. Nightwolf is actually the last released by Storm Collectibles for Mortal Kombat because they lost the license to McFarlane, and they're making classic figures, and they're just okay. They're not great. These are amazing. Again, it's that Storm Arena or Storm Collectibles line, not the Storm Arena, so it's a little bit bigger. I don't know if I can like show the Baki. Now Baki's kind of a small character, but you can kind of see he's like a little bit smaller, and that doesn't even do it justice because he's not in the same plane. There we go. I don't know. But I think for Mortal Kombat, it kind of works. These are big guys anyway. But yeah, Nightwolf's a really cool character. It comes with some cool accessories. And it's one of the few characters we didn't have for the original trilogy of Mortal Kombat. So still missing a few like Sindel and Stryker. But for the most part, we're getting the whole trilogy, which I think is really cool. And yeah, this is the last one they ever did, unfortunately. So I had to get it. Still missing a few Storm Collectibles. Missing like Baraka and definitely some of the like original ninjas that were just super expensive now. Like $300. I just cannot afford that. So. But yeah, and that was my pile of loot. Big Bad Toy Store unboxing. I don't know if I'll do any more of these. I feel like I'm definitely going to have another pile similar to this in like a few months because that's the way I do it. I just start pre-ordering stuff and it just goes into a cart and then bam, all of it comes out at once. They do charge you when the pre-order comes in. So the only thing you really have to pay is shipping and then like taxes when this stuff comes in, which is pretty nice. But yeah, as you can see, I collect a lot of lines. This is nothing to what I collect so much more like Power Rangers stuff. I could get into it, but you know, if this was interesting in any way, you know, I'll make another one, I guess, but probably not. I don't know. I just thought I'd do it for just because this box is just like, I'll go through it, talk about all this stuff for a little bit. I really want to get this stuff displayed eventually, you know, in the future. Some things are happening in my life, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna keep collecting, and I think this is a step in towards like an epic collection that I'm building in my brain that I can't really display yet for reasons. So for now, these are going into storage. I'm gonna probably take some of these out in baggies like these guys and like store them that way. Keep some in the box like the figure arts. But for now, yeah, that's it. And I'll see you later. Hopefully, you know, I can do another video that doesn't suck next time. Bye.